Welcome to the Nothing Much Just Chillin' Show with your hosts Emma and Julio. Nothing much, just chillin' show. Nothing much, just a chillin'.
Welcome back to NMJC. I'm your host Emma, and I am in Maryland right now. I am in my childhood bedroom, recording live from my childhood bedroom. But you wouldn't even be able to tell that this is my childhood bedroom because it looks completely different, because my mom has done a makeover on it. Well, okay, so my mom redid my sister's bedroom a while ago to make it like a guest bedroom, because we just have a lot of guest stay here because, well, one, my mom's mom, my grandma, she lives in a home about 15 minutes away from here. So my mom is like her primary caretaker. So any one of her brothers or family that's coming to visit, my grandma stays with us usually. And yeah, so my sister's room is now a very nice guest room. And my room was not for a very long time. And people still stayed in my room. And it was so bad, guys. Like, I had sparkly blue walls. I remember when my mom was like asking me like what color I wanted my walls to be when I was younger. I was like, black. I was like, I want it all to be black. I want the night sky. I want all the constellations, all the stars to be like on the ceiling. Like, I was obsessed with like being an astronaut in space, like most kids are. And yeah, I just wanted my room to look like the solar system. But she was like, okay, maybe blue. How about blue? How about a turquoise? And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, I guess that would be nice too. But like, can we also put sparkles? Can we also put sparkles on the turquoise walls? And she was like, okay, yeah, sure. And she probably was like, oh, this idiot doesn't know anything about interior design. This 6-year-old doesn't know anything. But whatever, she did it. She painted my walls blue, sparkly blue, only to have me cover like my main wall with just tons of pictures and posters and cards that my friends had written me. And I had 2 huge posters of Justin Bieber on my wall for like a long time, guys, like a long time, like probably until I think it was the summer after college. It might have been earlier, but I feel like I remember it being the summer after I graduated college, me coming home and like ripping everything off of my walls, ripping down my Justin Bieber posters, because that was going to be the first time, the first summer that Julio saw or was seeing my childhood bedroom. And I was like, oh, there's no way. Because I was still trying to be like, I was trying to be cool at that point, like trying to impress him. I'm like, there's no way this boy who I'm falling in love with is going to see these giant Justin Bieber posters on my wall. And Matt, my sister's fiance, he would take like calls, because I had a desk in my room, and so he kind of used it as his office when he was like working, when he was staying at my house. And there would just be like the Justin Bieber posters in the background of his Zoom calls, and the sparkly blue walls. And yeah, like it was just funny. And honestly, I like kind of loved it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is real. This is me. But my mom, well, actually, she hired somebody named Edgar to paint the walls white. So Edgar did a great job. And now, as you see, I have this like beige comforter going on in the back here. And this is, if you're not watching, and you're just on audio, you're like, what is this bitch talking about? But I would suggest watching the video so you can feel the vibe, the very bland vibe that is behind me. But it's okay. It's not going to be bland for long. Like, there's going to be the TV put up here, and we're going to add some like green accent stuff. And yeah, like my mom's just getting started, but she has this nice new desk that I have you guys on right now. And yeah, I'm excited for this makeover. I think it was time. You know, when I ripped everything off of the wall, of the sparkly blue walls, there was like a lot of damage done to the wall. So Edgar had to do a lot of fixing up to paint this evenly. And it looks great. It looks great. And my room feels like really nice, and it feels like it's gonna be a really good guest room now. And but it still has like some aspects of me still. My mom has some like pictures. I'm gonna give my mom pictures to print out to put by my bed, pictures I've taken. And yeah, it's a work in progress, but I'm very excited about it. And also, wait, the most exciting thing is that I no longer have a twin bed in my room. My mom got us a full, or no, it's not a full, a queen sized mattress and a headboard. Julio and I don't even have a headboard in our apartment. But yeah, so she got us a queen size mattress, which has been very nice. And it's a Tempur-Pedic. It's either a Tempur-Pedic or like a another brand that makes like similar things, but it's really, really comfortable. And it has a remote control where you can like lift up the like head and the legs. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but like that is very fucking helpful, especially when you like to work in bed like Julio and I do. And yeah, so very, very thankful for my mom for making this a priority this summer for her to redo my room. And so we have this nice room to stay in when we are home in Maryland. And yeah, and for the people who visit who need a room to stay, a nice room to stay, and you know, don't want to be surrounded by damaged sparkly blue walls. So yeah, that's that. I'm in Maryland. So Julio and I are actually gone from LA for 3 weeks. Crazy. 3 weeks. We are on the East Coast, Maryland, New Jersey, New York City, New Jersey, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania. You know, we're hitting all the stops because we have some things to do and some chilling with family to do and a wedding to go to, and it's all just gonna be really fun this month. And besides the time where he's going to be at Matt, my sister's fiance's like bachelor weekend, and I'm gonna be in New York City with my sister for New York Fashion Week. We're really gonna be together the whole time, which will be really nice because lately us both working full-time jobs and just being like super hectic and busy, like we just haven't had, I mean, we still spend like a lot of time together, but like our time spent together has just been like working or like just going to dinner between the working. I don't know, it's just been chaos, but it'll be nice to like slow down. And I'm really happy to have these few days in Maryland just to like not do nothing. Like I'm still working, like still have to edit and stuff and want to do this and everything. And Julio's working right now, and yeah, we're still trying to be productive, but it is a nice change of pace from being all on the go all the time before I enter into my on the go every second of the day era again for New York Fashion Week. Very thankful to be here and to have had like, you know, no delays, no flight cancellations. Like a lot of that's happening right now. You know, all our bags got here. And yeah, thankful for a very like non-stressful like travel day, which is funny because actually, so our flight was at 4 p.m. on Sunday, and on Saturday night we had some friends over for a movie night. And our friend Corinne, we were like telling her that we haven't even started packing and we're going to be gone for 3 weeks. And we're like, oh yeah, like we haven't even started packing. And she was like freaking out. She was like, what? Like couldn't believe. And I know, like, you know, I feel like normally people spend a good amount of like prep time, like days before like packing, especially like a long trip. Like that's very like a normal thing to do, but like I don't know, like I know what I like, I know what I want to bring, And usually it's like in my head too, like what I'm gonna pack. And I know what I like grab for the most in my closet. And I'm like, okay, well that's just what I'm bringing. And like as far as like New York Fashion Week goes, like I'm not I'm not like going to be like the most fashionable person there. Like yeah, like hopefully like I have a cute outfit. Like I have cute like outfits, but they're like casual because and like with sneakers because I'm gonna be walking around all day. Photographer vibes, you know, not like fashionista vibes. Yeah, like I really wanted to bring like black boots and like my docs. Like I don't know, just like more cuter footwear than like sneakers. But then I was thinking like one, it's gonna be really hot in New York, so I'm not gonna want to have like leather boots on, like my leather loafers, you know, fake leather, obviously vegan, but I'm just not gonna want that, and that's gonna be really uncomfortable for me to like walk around the city all day with like boots on. And I'm gonna get hot. I'm like, I'd rather just like bring my Converse and AF1s and be a little less stylish or cute and just like focus because I'm not focused again. I'm like not focused on like fashion. I'm focused on like getting the best pictures as possible, but I still want to like look the part. So I'm just gonna wear like neutrals and yeah, try to do my best to get the best pictures. I'm just doing my best. I'm just doing my best. Yeah, Julio and I are like kind of last minute people, and we didn't start packing until like we had to order our Uber at like 2 p.m. on Sunday, and we didn't start I didn't start packing till like 10:30. And yeah, like it honestly it took me like a very short amount of time to pack because I just knew what I wanted to bring, and Southwest lets you bring 2 bags. So I was like, okay, I'm just doing that. I'm like packing one suitcase with like nice clothes and like one like my duffel bag has all like my lounge clothes, and like it was actually very not stressful. I guess the only stressful part was when we walked out of our apartment complex with our bags and and wearing like sweat or I was wearing leggings and like a sweatshirt, and it like hit us like the heat, you know, it was 104 degrees. There's a heat wave in LA right now, and it was like torture that like 3 minutes that we were waiting for our Uber to the airport. Yeah, okay, that wasn't the only stressful thing though, because we got in the security line fine, like everything up to that point fine. Like it was very not busy. It was not busy at the airport. Like everything went fine getting to security. And then when we got in the security line, I always like I don't know if this happens at like other airports because I feel like it's only happened to me at LAX where sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, you don't have to take out your electronics today." Or like this line like you don't have to take out your electronics, and that is like music to my ears when that happens, and it's happened to me like quite a good amount of times where I'm like I know it's gonna this time they're not gonna they're gonna say no. They're gonna say keep your stuff in your bag. It's fine. We have the technology to understand that the camera and laptop in your bag isn't a bomb, you know? Like that makes sense to me. And yeah, so I was like really, really, really praying and hoping that that would happen this time. But no. I get there, take off my shoes. I scream down to the security guy. He's pretty far away from me, and I was like, "Excuse me, do we have to take out our electronics?" And he was like, "Yeah." Like he was so chill. It was like the most chill TSA person like Julio and I have ever seen. Like it was actually crazy. He was so chill. And he was like, "Yeah." Like, "Yeah, heart," you know what I mean? Like not in like a mean way, but like a sorry. And I'm like, okay, great. Like I have my laptop to take out. I have 2 cameras to take out, and then and then I have a bag of film, and I have to ask like, oh, can you please hand check this? Because with film, I don't know. I'm just like not a person to take chances, so I'm just like, can you hand check this because I don't want it to go through the scanners and get ruined. I'm talking about film like cartridges. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You'll know what I mean. And if you don't, whatever, it's not important. Yeah, and then he's like making comments about my camera. They always do. They're like, ooh, like professional camera. Like, oh, are you a photographer? Like, I have this camera, blah, blah, blah. And like, men It's only men, obviously, but like, I mean, not to say obvious. There's women TSA agents. I'm just saying, like, it's only men who make comments to me about like what camera I have, for them to be like, oh, I have this camera, or you know what I mean? Like, like boys, not even say men, boys are just like really into like gear, you know? It's just very interesting because I feel like women photographers like are more focused on like how you make your client feel, or like how you make the model feel, or the angle, the feeling that the picture evokes, you know. And like men are like, look at the shallows out the field, look at this effect, like look at this cool ass thing, and like they just love a gear moment, you know what I mean? They just like love to talk about what gear they have, whereas I'm like, yeah, I'm blessed to like have all of these nice cameras and like have thousands of dollars of equipment that I've invested into myself. Like, I'm very grateful to have all of it, but also I could make somebody look like a model with my phone camera, you know, a little toy camera, a little $25 toy camera. I could make someone look like a movie star, you know, like I'm confident in my ability as a photographer more than I'm confident in my like gear that I have, you know. Sorry, that was just like a little rant, but like that does happen quite often where men will be like, oh, what camera do you have? And I'm like, oh, it actually doesn't matter. Oh my god, your camera's so good. Well, it's actually me and my like years of experience from to know how to use the settings on this camera to make it good. So yeah, not like it's a big deal if somebody like says like, oh, that's a good camera. You know what I mean? I'm just going on a little unnecessary rant. But so we get through security, I get my film back, everything's fine, but then I have to like shove everything back into my backpack. As I'm shoving my like laptop back into my backpack, Julio said in this moment, he was like, I know she's gonna break something. I know something's gonna happen. As I'm shoving it back, I hear like a crack. And I'm like, oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? And it was my headphones. My headphones. Where are they? So I can show you guys. Okay, so I have like emotional support Bluetooth over the ear headphones that Julio got me for Valentine's Day. I was like, this is the only thing I want. Please get these for me. They're $40 on Amazon. And yeah, it broke on the side. You see, I taped it. I asked the TSA agent if they had tape because they still work, but they're just like, yeah. So I ordered new ones. Or I ordered blue ones. Of the same exact thing, so hopefully I don't break them this time. But these lasted since February, so I guess that's pretty good. So because of that, I had a breakdown, as you do at the airport. When something goes wrong, you have a breakdown, and that led to like more of a breakdown because then I like forgot where I put my wallet, and then we were already like going towards the gate, and then I was like, oh my god, where's my wallet? Because I put it in one pocket of my backpack and then it wasn't there anymore, and I forgot I put it in like the big pocket, whatever. So I like running back to TSA, and I'm like looking for it, and then I'm like, okay, let's just open my backpack and see if it's in here before I freak the fuck out. Like, check every pocket, because I am known to not put things back in the same pocket that I put them in the first place, or that my mind thought that they were in. So yeah, I see my wallet and I'm like, okay, it's fine, whatever. I need to calm down. But I actually have just been like in a constant state of anxiety the past week because, well, actually, like I can't really talk about it because I signed an NDA, but I've been very upset about something and I have been like crying or on the just like verge of tears for the past week. And I had my period, so on top of that, I was just an emotional mess this past week. But it's okay. We're breathing now. Like, everything's gonna be okay. Hopefully I get good news today or this week about the thing that's been like making me so anxious. But if I don't, then whatever. Because we're moving on. I know my worth. Sometimes life is unfair. Sometimes life sucks. And you just gotta keep on going and learn your lesson and learn lessons and just keep on learning, you know. That's Oh god. Okay. How are you guys doing this past week? Was everybody just like chaos this past week? Past few weeks? Like what is going on? Like Mercury in retrograde is definitely coming soon, right? Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Perfect. Next Mercury retrograde, September 9th, 2022 to October 2nd, 2022. So it's going to be like the exact time of New York Fashion Week, the beginning of this. And yeah, so that's fun. So that's why my headphones broke. I'm just kidding. No, but really, like if you're traveling, I don't know, just like be aware of your electronics, be aware of the timing of stuff, make sure you have the right time for your flights, your plane rides, your train rides, your bus rides, your everything rides. Just be careful. Just be careful, guys. Don't be on edge, but like just be careful. So, as you guys know already, I work at the Getty, and I don't know if I said this last time, but I work in the HR department. And it's very interesting. I really shouldn't talk too much about my job in case somebody from my job ever listens to my podcast, but it's actually very fun. I I mean it's not what you think of when you would think of fun. You know what I mean? Like I'm like printing and filing and scanning and like filing some more and like just helping people out. And I actually really love it though, because having all these like mundane tasks to do allows like my creative brain to turn on, if that makes sense. And yeah, I love it, and I'm going back to my Getty job when I get back to LA. So yeah. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about is that we had a summer party. We had an HR summer party this past week, and it was very fun. Like the HR assistant, she got us like all these coasters to paint. If that makes sense. You would have seen it on my Instagram of my little turtle that I painted. Everyone else's was like so like they used the stencil, and like I used the stencil for the outside of the turtle. I just like quickly did the stencil of the turtle, but then I quickly was like, I'm just gonna free ball it. And yeah, that's what I did, and it came out cute, but like not like cute in like if like a 10-year-old made it, that would be cute. But like I'm 28, so oh my god, okay, that's another thing we did. We did a white elephant gift exchange. I assume everyone listening like kind of knows what that is or has done it before, but basically you bring in a present and then you get a number from 1 to however many people are there, and that's your order to go and pick a present. And then you could, like, when your turn comes, you could steal. A present can only be stolen twice or something. And yeah, it's like a super fun like gift giving game. And so I was number 9, and almost every single gift before me was alcohol. As we all know, here on NMJC, I am allergic to alcohol, and I like just don't have the enzymes to break it down. And I get like a huge rash all over my body if I drink like even like this much. Like I've tried with like many different types of alcohol, like wine, beer, cocktail, and like anything, and it doesn't work out, and it's fine. It's really fine. I'm healthier for it. So as I'm walking up to like the pile of gifts, I was like, I'm noticing a theme here, but I am allergic to alcohol, so I'm gonna try to stray away from the bags that look like they could contain a wine bottle, because there were a lot of those. And then this lady who has the office like directly across from where I sit, she turns around to me and she goes, "Are you even old enough to drink?" Not in like a, "Are you even," she was just like making a joke. It was funny. And I just like cracked up. Like I thought that was so funny, and then everybody else was like laughing as well. And I was like thinking in my mind in that moment, I'm like, oh my god, does like everybody think I'm in my early 20s here? Like, is that what's going on? And I was like gonna say my age. I was be like, oh, I'm 20, you know. But I didn't. I was just like, you know what? It's not important, and it's none of anybody's business how old I am. No, I'm just kidding. I like would have said it, but I was just like, oh, it's if I say it, then it's gonna be a whole conversation, and people are gonna be like, what? You know, because a lot of people think I'm like younger than I am, and like I know. I mean, partly I feel like that has to do with looks, but I feel like mostly it has to do with like how I act and like how I dress. And I just don't want to admit my age sometimes because people are gonna be like, oh, well, you're really immature for your age. Which like I know that. So it really shouldn't offend me like if people think bad about me, like I don't really care. But these are people that I work with in like a professional, like mature setting. So I kind of just want I just yeah, I just don't care enough to like expose myself like that. I ended up with an alcoholic gift anyways that I'm just going to give to my parents. I forgot to bring it to them this trip, but I'm going to bring it to them next time when I come in November for Olivia's wedding. Olivia, my sister, she's getting married November 5th. Oh my god. It's so close. It's so close. I'm still trying to memorize my speech. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if any of y'all are good at speeches so we can like Zoom and I can like perform my speech for you and you can tell me what's wrong. Like I'm so open to critique. Yeah, okay, so last minute. Julia and I are last minute people. I'm a very last minute person. Like even like photo shoots. I really don't know what I want to do, what shots what I want to get. Like yeah, I'll make like a mood board or like know generally what the vibe is for the shoot, but like I don't know it. I don't know until I'm there. I don't know until I'm seeing the lighting on the model, you know, and then I'm like, oh, okay, I know exactly what to do. I know how I want to shoot this picture, like the angle, like the composition, whatever. Like I'm just a very like in the moment person. Like I always just try to live in the present moment, you know? So planning has never been like my forte, which oh my god, it was really, really, really hard for me to plan that bachelorette weekend. Like that was like the most planning I've ever done for anything in my life. I'm like, oh, I'll move to LA, like plan. I mean, okay, when I moved to LA, like I did have like a substantial bit of savings. So it wasn't like I was just like, oh, I'm going to LA with $200 in my pocket, like a lot of people do, which like is great. And when it works out, like fuck, like that's an amazing story. But I did not do that. I saved up to move. But yeah, I'm just like a very last minute person. And so with New York Fashion Week, I'm like, I just knew this year, like after I did LA Fashion Week in October and this past April, I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready. Like I think like I'm confident in my ability to like capture great moments. So I all this year I'm like, I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna wing it. And like I'm still have that mindset. Like it's, you know, in 2 days and I'm just like, I'm just winging it. And I know that's like freaking my sister out because I feel like she's more of a planner and she has just like her life is just even though she like works like 24/7 and like has a chaotic life as well, it's chaotic in different ways because she kind of knows what she's doing. She kind of knows what's going on, where she has to be, and I like just don't. And I like don't care. And because I'm like, whatever will happen. And I'm actually, I don't know if you all know your human design, but I'm a manifesting generator. There's like manifesting generator, reflector. There might be something else, but I'm not sure. But I'm a manifesting generator. And so I just kind of like vibe, you know? Like I'm just kind of like vibing through life. Like, oh, like this it's just every day looks different, like every week looks different, like all my jobs are different, like I get different opportunities every week. So yeah, with New York Fashion Week I'm just like what will happen will happen, and that's that. I'm just kind of like going for the experience. Like this is my first time, so maybe I'll go again in February and like have more of a plan, like have more connections, and it'll be like a lot more like structured. But like this time I'm just like, oh, I'm just like going for the vibe, going to, you know, my goal is to shoot a celebrity. Okay, that sounded like a really aggressive sentence. But like my goal is to like to just have a celebrity on my camera roll. And when I say celebrity, it could be somebody just like famous in like the fashion world or famous as a model. It doesn't have to be like a celebrity, like A-list celebrity, but it can be like a famous like influencer or whatever. I'm not like putting too much pressure on it, but like that's a fun goal that I want to achieve. And yeah, number 2, I just want to not be shy. I just want to be able to like just have the confidence to like go up to somebody in a really cool outfit and be like, hey, can I take a picture of you because you look really cool? And not like in a creepy like, oh, I'm making a TikTok about this, like can we do like, and just like, hey, like would you mind, like I really like, I have my film camera, like I would love to take a cute photo of you, and yeah, I'll take a like cute video of you on my digicam, like so you have content, like I'll send it to you, like what's your email, blah blah blah, just like, you know, what I've been doing at LA Fashion Week, you know? And that's it. That's like really it. And just like to not annoy my sister. I know she's probably like already annoyed with me. But like, yeah, just to annoy her like the least bit, you know? I feel like if you're a younger sibling, you can relate. Like, I never want to like piss off my sister. Like, I know she has like a lot to deal with this week, and I know it's like a lot for her to even like allow me to stay with her and and go to New York Fashion Week with her. But like, it'll be fine. Like, she doesn't have to worry about me. Like, I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm just going to work around her schedule and her moods, and it'll be fine. It'll all be fine. If you listened to the end of last week's episode, you know that like I'm going to pose a question at the end of each episode. And yeah, thank you for the people who did text me or DM me their answer. That was very helpful. And for the people who didn't, you know, I got it. We're in sync, you know, me and you. I know what you want from me. I'm just kidding. No, but really, like I am going to kind of generally like talk about on this podcast the things that Julio and I have been talking about on NMJC, but I also want to talk about like more girly things, you know what I mean? Because some things that I would bring up that I wanted to talk about in the past on NMJC, Julio would be like, well, I don't have anything to add. And I'm like, yeah, true. You're a boy. Why would you have something to add on this, you know? But sometimes I just want to do fun things, like, I don't know, share my favorite like beauty stuff, like share my favorite vegan makeup and skincare and like, I don't know, stuff like that. That's just like for the girls, you know? I mean, I know there's guys that listen to this podcast and like appreciate you so much. But maybe you'd be interested on like what a good beauty brand or skincare brand is, like skincare for yourself or beauty for yourself, you know? Or your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, or the girlfriends in your life. You know, if you have multiple girlfriends, like girlfriends, you know what I mean? Not like girlfriends, but like girlfriends. But if you have multiple girlfriends, like that's fine too. If you're like talking, you know, to a whole roster of girls and 5 of them have the same birthday, I got you, you know? Like just DM me. Just ask me. Just ask me what a good present would be, and I'd be like, you know what? Really loving Summer Fridays lip balm right now. You should get them. That or Kosas. I don't know how you pronounce the brand, but this is like my favorite beauty brand, Kosas, and I love this. It just says wet on it. It's lip oil and it's really great. It's like a lip gloss, and I get the jellyfish one that's just like clear. It can go on over like any color of like lipstick, lip stain, whatever, or just go on your natural lips, and it's so good. Yeah, so you're welcome for that recommendation. Okay, so another thing, like talking about, you know, you can just DM me, blah blah blah. Yeah, don't say sorry to me if you are messaging me about this podcast. If you want to talk to me about something that like I mean, unless you're like being mean, don't be mean to me. Sorry. Like I'm in a fragile state right now. Like I said, do not be mean to me online. Okay. I'm just chilling. This is a very chill podcast. Like I'm just chilling. I'm trying to chill right now. But y'all can text me if you have my number. Y'all can text me, DM me, email me anytime you want about this podcast. Okay. You can double DM me. You can DM me and text me as many times as you fucking want if you're talking to me about this podcast and like, you know, want to strike up a conversation with me about anything I talk about here, because it doesn't bother me at all. Like I love, like I'm doing this. This podcast is for me and you. Okay. It's for me and you and no one else. And I'm just talking to myself here, like I'm talking to the camera, but I'm talking to you guys and I want you guys to talk back to me. Again, I totally understand if y'all don't want to talk to me back. If you're just a passive listener, and that's fine too. I'm very, very happy to join you in your, morning walk or your work day or your workout or when you're eating lunch, like I'm very happy to just be here for you. Okay? And not that you guys have to be here for me, but like just feel free to like message me whenever, however many times you want. I may not get back to you right away, but I'm going to get back to you when I can. And I'm going to be very grateful that you reached out to me. But yeah, so that's just like a reminder. Like, don't say sorry. Sorry to bother you, but like this thing on your podcast. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize for reaching out to me if you have something to say about this podcast. Okay, it's not bothering me. It is only making my day because I see the numbers. I see people like listening or whatever on Anchor, but yeah, it means more when somebody reaches out to me and sends me a message about it. And yeah, that's that. Okay, we're having a chill time here. Okay, hopefully next week I'll find time to record. I don't know where I will be in the world. Sounds so dramatic. I'm gonna be in like one of like two places, but I don't know where I'm gonna be next time I record this podcast. Hopefully I'll have maybe a guest, maybe some surprise guest appearances. Also, if you're listening to this and you either live in New York or you're going to New York Fashion Week as a model, photographer, anything, like hit me up, okay? Because I'm trying to hang. Trying to hang with people, trying to network with people. Network, ew. I hate that. I just said that. That's so cringe. I hate the word networking. I'm trying to chill with people, okay? I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to create beauty. I'm trying to get the best shots. So yeah, reach out to me if you're going to be in New York between Thursday and Tuesday. Okay, so here is the question for this episode that I want y'all to answer. It's a two-part question. And I thought of it because as I was waiting at the Apple store, I was getting a hard case for my new baby, my new $5,000 baby. My laptop, guys, not a real baby. Babies are way more expensive than that, actually. As I was waiting for the guy to come back with my hard case from the back of the Apple store, there was a seminar going on. And if you've ever been to the Apple store, well, I mean, any Apple store I think has like seminars, tutorial. They just have, I don't know what you call it. I guess you call it a seminar, whatever. They put on little like learning sessions at Apple stores now. And the one that I went to was the Tower Theater one in downtown, which is really nice. So anyways, as I was there waiting for him to bring my case out from the back, there was a seminar going on that was about like color theory, and the person, the Apple store like worker that was leading the seminar, was asking people like what their favorite color was or what their favorite color is. And she said like your favorite color can tell a lot about you. Someone's favorite color tells a lot about a person. I was like, that's so true. Even though this seems like a very simple question. Okay, I understand that. This is like a very basic question that you get asked your whole life. The question is, what is your favorite color? And some people have a very hard time answering it because they like a lot of colors. And maybe they'll just be like, oh, I like rainbow, or like, oh, I like the colors of the sunset, or like, oh, I like neutrals, or like just bright, or like neon, anything neon. Like sometimes there's just like a subset of colors that you really are drawn to and really like. And so that is how you could answer that question. And I would take that answer any day over like, well, I don't know, never really think about it. You should think about what your favorite color is every now and then. And so my two-part question is, one, what is your favorite color? And if you reach out to me saying what your favorite color is, I am going to try to decipher like what that means about you, okay? from what I know about you, if I know you. If you're a stranger, I also will try to decipher what that means for you, okay? It's gonna be a fun little back and forth that we have here. And then I also want you all to guess what my favorite color is. And I will give you a hint. I'll give you 2 hints right now. One hint is that it is the color of my car. So if you know the color of my car, this should be easy. And I will accept like different answers. Like I have like one answer of what my favorite color is. It's a specific color. It's a specific shade of a color. If you guess it right, I mean, you don't get a prize or anything, but when you guess it and I say like no, or like I'll say my favorite color back to you, I think. Or should I expose it on the next podcast? I don't know what I'm going to do, but it'll be a little fun back and forth if you choose to converse with me. Again, no pressure to reach out to me. Tell me what my favorite color is. Tell me what your favorite color is. If that's like very personal to you, I understand. Okay, I understand. It's not a requirement. Okay, this is not homework. Okay, but it kind of is if you want it to be. But like, no pressure. So yeah, what is my favorite color? And let me know what your favorite color is, and I'll let you know what I think that means for you. Thank you so much for listening to NMJC this week. I'm sorry this is like late. As I said, there's no guarantee that I'll have weekly episodes, not putting that pressure on myself, but also there's no guarantee that I'll be like on the same day every week. Like I feel like I will generally aim to have it go up between like Monday and Wednesday, because I feel like those are the main days that like I'm trying to listen to podcasts like at work and my commute and stuff. So I'm definitely going to try to make it like an early week podcast if I do put it out. Also, let me know if you have any ideas of what you want me to talk about in the future, but I have a lot of ideas that I think I'm like, oh, I can get through all of these things in one episode, but then I end up like ranting about like a few things, and then it's like already been 50 minutes and I'm like, okay. That's all I can talk about today. I love Olipop. If you guys didn't know that, if there's one thing about me, I love an Olipop. I love Olipop. I love cherry vanilla and classic grape are my favorite flavors. Just a little bit about me. It's my favorite beverage besides like a matcha latte and water. Thank y'all for listening. I hope you guys have a great day, whatever day it is for you that you're listening to this. I hope you have a great week. I love you so much. Bye.
Nothing much, just a chillin'.